My name's Jess. You probably know me better as Thrill, and you might recognize me from the Rainbow Six Siege community, either here on YouTube, on Twitter, or from talking shit in your ranked lobbies. But recently, I haven't been active in the community as I was in the months prior, which is why I'm making this video. Because after almost 10 years of Rainbow Six Siege being the game that I played the most, I think that at least for now, I'm done with Rainbow Six Siege. The game that I once loved so much has now become a game I barely recognize from its heyday 5 years prior. And there's a number of reasons for this change and how I viewed this game that I figured I'd talk about as one last send-off to it before I switch the focus of this channel. More about that at the end of the video. Starting with my biggest gripe, cheaters. Yep, this topic on everyone's mind. Cheating is currently at an all-time high in Siege, and while I know that they're working on better solutions to the cheating problem, and the devs can't say how they're combating cheating as to not give away too many clues so the cheaters can easier circumvent the systems, it's been one of the things that has pushed me as far away from the game as I've been. When I can queue 5 games of ranked and play upwards of 10 cheaters in a single night, especially in a game where shooting through things like floors and walls is such a core part of the gameplay, it gets incredibly tiresome. I want to have guaranteed legit games. I have to either A, join a 10-man hub, which can have its own sets of issues with toxicity and admins, or B, get 9 other friends in to play one game, which is easier said than done. Now you might be wondering, how did it all get this bad? Well, on top of Battle Eye being the worst anti-cheat currently on the market, when Siege X came out, the game went free to play, meaning cheaters can go from banned to queuing in less than 5 minutes if they're particularly fast at making accounts. Not to mention the amount of ranked ready accounts actively up for sale on hundreds of third-party marketplaces, making it so that they can skip the level 50 grind altogether if they pay. And speaking of ranked 2.0. When Ranked 2.0 first got announced and implemented, I was a big fan of the system giving rewards for hitting every new personal best in the season. However, now that the system's been out for a few years, I can safely say this is one of the single worst changes in the history of FPS gaming as a whole. Some of you may think that's harsh. I don't think it's harsh enough. With Ranked 1.0, your MMR was directly tied to your rank, making it an actual badge of how good you are at the game. Now with Ranked 2.0, your MMR is hidden, and your rank is just a badge of vanity, a show of how many games you've played that season. Not to mention at the start of every season, your RP gains are artificially inflated until you hit your peak rank, meaning that in order to hit champion, the highest rank in the game, for every single season going forward, you just need to hit it once, and the game will artificially boost you back up to that level for every single season going forward. This is a system that does not reward skill, it is a system that rewards playtime. They turned what was the core of a competitive shooter and turned it into a glorified battle pass with different colored charms as the main rewards. And I'm not alone on this. Ask almost any Siege player what they think and they'll share my sentiment. Hell, look at the comments section of this video. I can guarantee there will be someone down there sharing this sentiment about this god-awful rank system. But that's enough about the rank system, as some issues run far deeper, such as balancing. The balancing team for Siege feels like they have no idea where they want to go with the game at any given time. And a great recent example of this is Doc. But to understand exactly what I mean, let's go back in time and look through Doc's entire history. Doc wasn't always the insane combat medic we think about today. Back in the day, Doc couldn't even heal you if you weren't knocked into a down but not out state. Then he was buffed. He did 40 healing per stim with the ability to overheal to 120, which is where he remained in happy medium for most of the game's history. But then in 2022, they made a completely unreal change to Doc. Instead of 40, the stim healed for 200 health. Doc effectively gained the ability to reset gunfight advantages for himself and his entire team with this one change. Cliffs began to emerge with Doc players out healing Capitão's firebolts, and it quickly became an absolutely oppressive force for both anchors and gunners alike to take advantage of. Maybe you're wondering now, well, how did Ubisoft fix this? Surely they did something to his gadget. Reduce the amount of shots? Make it so it gains them over time, similar to Legion or Wamai? Nope, the balanced team decided instead of fixing the main issue, to take away all ACOGs on defense with few exceptions. To recap, the balanced team turned Doc into a meta nightmare that was able to put his team on his back and effectively make his best players unkillable, and the fix for this was to punish the defending side as a whole. And this isn't an isolated incident. From randomly changing recoil patterns to arbitrarily swapping gadgets around, it genuinely feels like the balanced team for this game is blind to what the issues really are and what players are complaining about. I mean, shields are currently in the most oppressive state they've been in for years, yet we have barely seen any changes to make them less oppressive. And even when they do get it right, instead of small tweaks like what the operators actually need, they completely obliterate the functionality of the operator. Just look at Solus. She was absolutely oppressive and in need of a nerf, yes, but it took it way too far with her nerf, and now she feels useless. This has been a video that hurt to make for a lot of reasons. I still really do care about this game, and I really do hope this isn't a goodbye forever. And it probably won't be. I still enjoy playing casual and unranked with my friends, but the game I fell in love with for the competitive nature it had is gone. I have so many fond memories of this game. From my first ace on PC, late night rank grinding, even playing competitively in tournaments and getting casted for the first time. The game has been a core part of my life for almost half of it. I love Rainbow Six Siege. I just hope that Ubisoft is able to fix the problems before it's too late for the game. Hey, it's Jess. I know the video is technically over, but I just wanted to give a little update on my plans going forward since I'm done with Siege content. The plan for right now is to switch it up and give multi-FPS content a go for a little bit. I've got 4 videos planned already. One's kind of a review, one's a more goofy video, one's reacting to some absurd comments I've seen recently that about FPS controversies, and one just gonna be a typical funny moments highlights video as you've been used to seeing on this channel. I'm also gonna be streaming on Twitch 3 times a week. I'll leave a link to that in the description, and here's my schedule on the screen now. On the YouTube side of things, I'm currently trying to get a video out every 2 weeks, if not every week. I may begin posting both on TikTok and Instagram again. I'm not fully sold on that yet. I'll leave links in the description though. I'm really thankful to those of you who have been sticking around with me and who stuck around to the end to watch this part of the video. It really does mean a lot. The first video with the new format should be out at the end of this week, on Friday, October 3rd. Really proud of how it's coming along so far, and I think it's going to come out really well. And if you want to stay more up to date with all of my content going forward, I'll post frequent updates both in my Discord and on Twitter. Links for both will be in the pinned comment. And lastly, just one more time, thanks for sticking around this far. It really, really does mean the world to me that my content, just talking about the games I love, is entertaining to you guys. YouTube's been my dream for years, and I'm currently pursuing it full-time for a year. So all the support means so much more to me now than it ever did. With that being said, ladies, gentlemen, and degenerates, my name is Thrill, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.